I found out that something is missing. I had long years of experience, I have good products, but it's not working for at some moment that we have good results with the owners, with the entrepreneurs, but we are not getting this enthusiasm, this motivation to the employees. And if you don't have a team working regularly, they're working with high performance, they are working with joy, it's not sustainable.
Hi, everybody. Welcome to this Coffee with Robert session. I'm delighted to welcome a very special guest today. I'm looking forward to spending some time with her. Isik, got to get this right, Isik. Isik
Yes.
Serifsoy, who's the CEO of Engage and Grow Global. We're quite new to each other. We're becoming firm friends rather quickly. And I already know that Isik's going to give us an awful lot of value in our time together. So pleased to have you here.
Thank you, and thank you for having me here.
Oh, it's an absolute pleasure. What I generally do is, the first thing that I would ask for all of our kind of listeners who don't know you as well as I do now, is to, if you would, take just a few minutes to talk about who you are, where you've come from, where you are now, and what maybe your vision for the future is.
Okay, I'm a Turkish lady, lives in Istanbul,
Mhm.
and I have two hats. Mainly, I'm the CEO of Engage and Grow Global. We are preparing and sharing some IP for coaches, consultants on employee engagement. We have a very special product. And besides, I have a coaching company with some friends there. They are giving business coaching service to the market in Istanbul.
Keep him busy then.
I have a 24-hour business, I think,
Yeah.
because we are having coaches in more than 50 countries. So when I wake up, some of them are going to sleep. When they wake up, I go to sleep. So it's the 24 hours. Yesterday, it was 11 p.m. that I had a board meeting.
Mhm.
I think that's enough to share what I have.
Absolutely. Yeah. Well, I'm interested actually primarily in your passion, what makes you tick and what brought you to what you do now. So what brought you to coaching specifically?
I was coaching business owners. This is my 36th year in business, if I tell you from scratch. And for the last 10 years, I'm a business coach. I was working with the business owners. It was for helping them to make a structured and sustainable company. And during these years, it was 4 years ago, I found out that something is missing. I had long years of experience, I have good products, but it's not working for at some moment that we have good results with the owners, with the entrepreneurs, but we are not getting this enthusiasm, this motivation to the employees. And if you don't have a team working regularly, they're working with high performance, they are working with joy, it's not sustainable. So I was looking around, what can I do more? I'm an addict of learning new things. So I was looking for new things. When I saw Engage and Grow, I listened once our founder, Richard, and I said, oh my God, I think he's in my mind and he knows what I need. And I just jumped in. And I think this is one of the very few best things in my life that I joined the company. And after 2 years, he said, you are too much engaged. We need you in the global. So I just passed to this new position. Yeah, it's my passion, I think, is to see the change in the eyes of the people.
Yeah. Yeah.
So when you coaching, you can do many things, but if you don't see this change, it's not, you can earn money from everywhere, but the change gives you something else. So
Yeah.
I'm
Coaching's most definitely not the sort of career you should ever come to as a result of just purely thinking about the money you can earn. That's a bonus. That's a kickback off the for people, the people that I've met that are really successful in coaching, it's because what they're doing is they're following their passion, and because they genuinely care about making a difference to other people. And if you've got that kind of outlook on things, the money takes care of itself. It's a case of having just some faith in who you are and your own vision. It's interesting to me, in actual fact, that you said you just jumped in with
Yeah.
what you jumped in, and I love that, because that indicates to me that what you did, you trusted your intuition, your gut instinct, and you just went with it. You didn't sit and think your way out of it. And so many people do that. Wouldn't you agree?
Yes, I agree with you. And actually, I was a perfectionist perhaps before when I was young. And during all these years, I found out that yes, perfection is something that you should have sometimes, but not all time.
Sure.
And if I look for everything perfect, if I wait for this, nothing happening.
Mm.
And still, after I jump in this program, I remember that I sold my first program, and the company, the headquarters, sent me the program, what I will do. I studied, it's a 12-week program, and I jumped in a webinar, live webinar, to ask questions, the points that I miss. And I asked a question from the week 8. And the Richard told me, did you come to week 8? No, I didn't start yet. Forget it, he said. Forget it. You need the first week and the second week.
Yes.
Then come back.
Yeah.
So I know that the experience gives you some intuition, okay? But still, if you are in the flow, everything is perfect.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah.
I
I
think
love the word flow.
this is the point. I think you cannot wait, or you cannot make it clear. You look at the time that we spent for the last 1 year.
Mm.
Whatever you have perfect one day ago, one day later, it's gone.
Yeah. Everything is changing. That's the one constant in life, isn't it? Is that everything is constantly changing.
Yeah.
And
The constant thing, two things is everything is changing, and we need people
mm,
in order to live our whatever we have, whatever we need, whatever we target. We need people to live this.
oh, definitely do. We all need each other, and that's been a good kind of thing to come out of this, is that people have reconnected with that, and they realize it all over again. I wanted to go back to the subject of perfectionism as well, because you
Okay.
mentioned perfectionism, and of course the thing that I feel about perfectionism is that it's a subjective thing anyway. Your ideal of perfect and my idea of perfect could be totally different. So if you spend all that time to get it perfect in your eyes, it may well not be perfect in the eyes of your audience,
Yeah.
which is a major challenge for you, right?
Yeah,
That's the issue.
exactly.
And we sit there debating on an inner level all these things, thinking our way through to the solutions that we want to find, to the answers we have, when the simplest way to find the answers to the challenges we have is to take action. Because action in any direction will lead us to the answers we're looking for. Even if we go in the wrong direction, the act of moving forward in the wrong direction will very quickly let us know we need to change direction and go that way. And
Yeah.
so it's very important, I think, on so many levels, to get out of your head and live life. Go for it. Go for it. Take some action.
If you take action, the worst thing is it can be wrong. But if you don't take action,
Yeah.
there is no chance that you have any improvement or any result. So I'm an action person most of the time. Although people think I'm a perfectionist more than me, they think about me.
Yeah.
I think taking action is my first thing in life. I never stop. When you take action, you learn new things. New things bring you new opportunities. New opportunities make you perfect, better in a different way. So
Yeah.
it's a egg chicken situation, actually. The
Yeah. Yeah.
only thing you need is take action.
Yeah, absolutely. I bang on about this all the time, but there's a lot of speak out there about law of attraction, and I love the law of attraction. I love everything spiritual and metaphysical, and I teach loads of that stuff because it's important stuff. It works. It's what the whole universe is about. It's what it's built on. However, I think that movies like The Secret, although I thought it was fabulous, were a little misleading. Because
Mhm.
if you, here's how I feel about it, right? If you look at the word attraction, it's 10 letters, 6 letters of which make up the word action.
Yeah,
If you take action out of attraction, what are you left with? Nothing,
nothing.
nothing. At some level, at some point, you have to get up and have enough faith in yourself and courage to move forward and do something. I remember Jim Rohn. I used to love Jim Rohn. And he had a wonderful, wonderful down to earth way of saying everything. And he just basically said, you know what? You can get all excited about lifting 200 pounds at the gym, but eventually you got to go do it. Otherwise, you don't get anywhere.
Very important. Most of the time we understand this law of attraction is just think it will come. No, just think correctly and act accordingly. So
Yeah.
without it, the only thing I think the first step is we can change our thoughts, and when you change this thought, you just need to move accordingly. And I don't know, it's very, it sounds simple when I do it or
Yeah.
explain it, but it's not same for everybody.
No, exactly. It's simple but not easy, as they say. You know, it's kind of. I think that where I see that people fall down on it is because they're not prepared to do whatever it takes to get permanent change. It always works, and you know as well as I do that it all starts with conscious effort, affirmations, visualizations, all of this stuff, getting yourself to feel better. Then, if you sustain that over a period of time, that goes into your subconscious and becomes part of your default setting, who you are. Consequently, because you're a different person with different beliefs about your abilities, raising your self imposed limit of expectations, stuff like that, you can now do things. You're empowered to do things that you couldn't do before, and those
Yeah.
actions get different results to show up. And that's what's powerful about it. Here's the one thing where I like to dig a little bit deeper, is that sometimes below the self-conscious, before I get there, when you go into your subconscious still relies on evidence to form
Yeah.
beliefs. It'll still go out there through the reticular activation system and seek evidence. So you can, even at that stage, sometimes be thrown off if the wrong evidence shows up, right? Here's the thing. If we go a level deeper into what I would call the superconscious, the God force, your higher self, whatever label you want to give it, doesn't matter. That is more like a direct link to the spiritual essence of you. That is where faith lives. Faith doesn't need evidence. It has a knowing, an innate knowing. So what I love to do, and I'm sure you're the same, is when you can get people to reconnect with who they really are, who they
Mhm.
were when they were born into this world, they have a faith about themselves, a knowing of how great they are, and an absolute conviction about everything they can do. They don't need to
You,
rely on evidence.
you know, it's strange. It was all exactly 20 years ago. I joined the training just by chance. A friend said she paid, but she cannot join. So would you join? Yes, I can. And in this training, they showed who you are, and they helped us to touch our being. When you touch this, I have a history before this training and after this training. I have two Isik. So when you touch yourself once, when you know what you can do exactly, then nothing can stop you. Sure, you have downs and ups, but whenever you down, whenever you think it's not correct, it's not going well, you just need to remember what else you can do. And after that day, there is no depression because it's just yours, your choice. When you have bad times, I have to think do I like this situation? Do I like this feeling? Is it okay that to just stay and be unhappy, cry? No, I don't like. So who will help you? There is nobody else who can change you. Nobody else, only me. So just to remember this being, feeling of being your own being,
Yeah.
is starting the action.
Yeah.
I think it's really important to be aware of this difference. You have a big power in you, and if you know how to reach this power, the rest is easy. Not
I
easy,
love it.
sure. It's not. It sounds easy. But
Simple.
it's not easy.
Yeah.
Life is never easy, but it's easy actually. We
Yeah.
decide. I love a word sentence. Richard says everything is neutral until you give a name in it to it.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely.
Everything is neutral.
Yeah.
So
Why?
just
Because where do labels come from? The
yeah,
ego. And
yeah,
all of things like depression, stress, all of that frustration, they all live in the land of ego. And and it's our propensity to feel that we need to go there to fix the issues that we created in the same place. Whereas in actual fact, best way to remove those things from our life pretty instantly is to retreat within ourselves, to let go of the attachment to outcome, to stop attaching importance to external events that have nothing really to do with who we are. Nothing.
exactly.
And in most cases are totally uncontrollable. I'm kind of big on talking about control the controllables.
Mhm.
What can you control? You can control your own opinion of yourself, and you control how you feel about external stimulus. And
Yeah,
that is
that's
the
all.
only real work you can do.
Yeah. And if you control this in a correct way, in a positive way, not correct, in a positive way, everything is really changing. You cannot cry while you are laughing. So if you choose to laugh, your cry stops. You
Mm.
cannot feel bad while you are having a high or looking up. It's really changing. The physic and the emotions are very related to each other. So if you change your think,
Yeah,
your thought, it's changing everything. And
yeah,
yeah, I'm really working on this every day,
yeah,
every day.
yeah. It's weird. It's kind of now I don't want to do this a disservice by getting it wrong, but there's something that I learned a little while ago, that there's very little chemically between a kind of state of exhilaration and joy and fear, other than a shortness of breath, a lack of breath. Fear is essentially the same as exhilaration and joy, except that there's a lack of breath, and we tend to do that. It's kind of like the body responds to these fears, which the acronym is false evidence appearing real, which is a common one. It's a cliche, but it's so true, because 99% of the things that we fear never actually come to pass anyway, but we can feel it in our bodies. And a real great cure for any fearful situation is just to consciously breathe into it. And
Yeah.
if you add more breath, you can come right out of a state of fear almost immediately and feel better just by breathing. How crazy is that?
Yeah. It's just being aware of what we are doing, what we are feeling, but how we breathe. Once I learned that we are getting oxygen only 1/3 of our need and our capacity. If you make it full, at least half of it, everything is changing. So
Yeah.
awareness, just awareness. We have many outside actions, activities that distract our attention. So if we have some specific time for ourselves in the morning, in the evening, whenever you need, just few minutes, small steps,
Yes.
it's just changing everything.
Yes. We're creatures of habit, aren't we? And for most of us, what we've done is we've created a lifetime of negative habits that pull us away from everything it is that we want in our lives. I kind of think there's a division. There's two groups of people. There are the people out there that say, I'll believe it when I see it. And there's another group of people that say, I'll see it when I believe it. They understand. And I
Yeah,
think you need to be there. And it's just because life is a journey and we all evolve at a different pace. But that is where you need to get to, is that kind of knowing that as soon as I embrace this, integrate it into my being, it becomes who I am, and understand that everything is actually there to be claimed. All I've got to do is believe it, and then it starts to show up.
yeah, exactly,
Yeah.
exactly.
So, oh, don't we love what we talk about? I can.
It's 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 strange that yeah, when you are in the flow, you have more than you expected. Just let it go, and let it go doesn't mean stop and wait. Just act correctly, but mindfully, and be aware of what's going on. Be aware what you choose and what you not choose.
Yeah, yeah.
Choices
That's a
are very important.
that's a great one. I'm glad you said that, because everything is a choice.
Yeah,
Everything is a choice. And I see so many people, and I used to be the same, would have tremendous challenges trying to come to a decision on things. And in the end, I learned to make it really, really simple. And it's to come to the kind of realization in life that everything in life, no matter how big or how small you perceive it to be, has a price to pay. So determine the price, determine if you're willing to pay it or not,
yeah,
and make your decision accordingly. It should be no more difficult than that.
yeah. Everything is in life. All of us has the same things actually,
Mm,
same problems, same joy, same bad things, whatever it is. The only difference, I think, our choice, how we react, what happens. So when you have a trouble, you can stay and stay there forever, and you can cry, you can wait somebody to survive you, or you can choose to be a solution for this.
yes.
It's just up to you.
Mm,
And I have close friends around me.
mm,
We are having the same path since the elementary school, let's say. And when you look at the difference, we are two different people giving different reactions to same actions,
yeah.
same environment. So
Yeah.
it's really, I always love that to be patient and stay to get result. But sometimes I know that letting go to is another big choice
Mm,
for some decisions. You should let it go. You should leave something behind you when it is necessary.
mm,
Sometimes people take everything, they want to keep it for themselves.
mm,
It's sometimes it's a problem. Sometimes it's that a book, a house, something, anything, but they don't want to let it go. But
mm.
leaving it behind you is another important and necessary choice in order to find new opportunities ahead of you.
Agreed, agreed. And I think another way as well, if you're under pressure, stressed, whatever it is, or you're in a situation where you're unhappy, it's a really good thing to learn to, instead of focusing too much on yourself and your problems and how you're feeling, to actually go out and try and help other people
Yeah,
and get
another big
value and
point.
take the focus off yourself. And by doing that, it elevates your vibration. It makes you feel better as a person. It makes you more empowered to deal with your own situation by helping others. It makes you feel more.
Yeah, and you can see that actually how less important, how small things that you are losing your energy and time.
Mm,
It's nothing. 2 days later, you are forgetting what you have, and you have something else to do, deal with.
exactly,
It's good.
exactly.
It's good to be together with people and be aware of it. How you can change lives, your life, their life,
Mm,
future. We have a big power actually to design everything. We are just not using it.
mm. No, it's totally right. I mean, we sing from the same hymn sheet, my friend. I tell you, we truly do. Ishik, look, I'm aware of time, and I'll apologise publicly on here as well because we had some tech issues before we got started, and I kept you waiting.
It's
But
okay.
thank you for waiting because I've
Thank
really
you.
enjoyed this, and I know we'll be doing it a lot more in the future as a result. But before I wrap the whole thing up, where can, if there's anybody watching this or listening to this that wants to find out more about you, what you do, and get
Mhm.
involved in some capacity, where can they go to find out more?
I'm in LinkedIn, Isik Serifsoy, Instagram. Besides that, they can reach what I do is engageandgrow.com.au.
Okay.
They can reach another website, our manifesto, engage your dot employee, engage your dot team, sorry.
Okay.
So we have different, they can, if they write engage and grow, I'm sure they will find us in LinkedIn. I'm happy to connect anybody. I have a book, did you see it?
There you go. This is a perfect chance. No. Let's see the
Yeah,
book.
I have a book. It's the Cacti Thorns and Blossoms
Okay.
about high performance teams.
Wow. Great.
Yeah, for leaders. So,
And is that on
oh,
Amazon?
yeah, it's an ebook in English.
Okay.
So it's also can be reachable from my LinkedIn account. There is a link there.
Great. Okay. Well, I'll see if I can get along there and get that link and pop all of the links below the video when it goes out
I
as
can
well.
also share the link with you separately, so you can use
Great.
it. Okay.
Great. Okay. Listen, this has been fun, and I know it's one of many coming, so that I'm looking forward to. But listen, thanks so much for giving us your precious time today. I really appreciate it.
It was my pleasure, and yeah, hope to come together again very soon.
Absolutely. It's definitely going to happen. Definitely.
Thank you.
Thanks, Ishik. Thank you so much. Speak to you very soon.
See you.
Bye bye. Bye bye.
Bye.